5 big problems in your PT speaking, which is the exact reason of why you are not getting the scores that you need in the PT exam. The real reason is not that the PT software keeps updating, but the basic problems lie in your responses. And this is exactly what we are going to address in this video. Believe me, if you follow this advice word by word, your speaking scores will soar. This student tried 3 attempts in the PT exam and never got a score above 60. And just focusing on the 5 big problems related to PT speaking, when she enrolled for a course with Edutrainex, she got 77 in the very next attempt with just 1 month of preparation. And you can do the same. Hey everyone, this is Anurag from Edutrainex. Hope everyone is doing great. Speaking section has always been a mystery to you all. This app is giving me this much score, that app is giving me that much score, and in the exam, I'm not getting the scores. It is high time that you take the matters in your hands and understand what exactly is lacking in your responses so that you are not relying on the scores given by these apps. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what are the big problems in the speaking module that you must improve at any cost to beat the exam. So hit subscribe and watch it till the end so that you become the master of your own fate in the PT speaking exam. So we are going to talk about the 5 big problems that you are facing in your speaking section. So we will talk about all of them one by one, and the last 3 are most definitely the most important ones. But you can't ignore the first 2 as well. So just hold on a little bit. In the end, we will also do 2 examples for the 2 of the most important questions in the speaking section, and I will demonstrate to you how we can overcome these problems when we are attempting those 2 questions. So let's begin with the first one. The first one is talking about voice or depth. What is the voice? What is your depth? Start using some pitch application to find out. These are the kind of videos people are making on the YouTube, and even normal people, they have started doubting their voice. I've been getting a lot of comments lately on the YouTube as well as on WhatsApp. People are saying, "Sir, is my voice okay? He's sounding perfectly normal, but still now he's doubting. So, sir, which app should I use to check my pitch?" Basically, what I'm trying to say, if you are not in these 2 categories, either you are not Batman with a very deep voice. "I'm Batman. I'm not something from within. It's what you do that defines you." See, such a deep voice. If you're not in that category, you speak normally like me, then you will have no trouble at all. I go with this voice in the exam every time and I get 90, perfect 90 score. Or if you don't have a very high pitch like the opera singers, if you don't have such voice, then also you are not in trouble. Even if you fall in these 2 categories to some extent, okay, then you can still use the same technique what the singers are using to control, the depth of your voice. If you take your neck position down, so your voice will get deeper. Whereas if you take the neck position higher, then you get a higher pitch. That is the technique you can implement, and then you will be good. The second one is a major problem for everyone. Almost everyone is doing the same mistake, and that is speeding. Either you are too slow in your speaking or either you are too fast in your speaking. So how do you know whether you are speaking naturally or not? Some apps give you a score that you are speaking very slowly, and then the other apps tell you that you are speaking very fast. How do you decide? Simple test. The normal speed that you have to speak is around 135 to 150 words per minute. And how do you measure it? It's even more simpler. Just go to a website which can recognize your voice, like speechtexter.com. Go there, you enable the microphone, you take a piece of text and you read it. You set a stopwatch for 60 seconds and read the text as much as you can with a good speed, the way you normally speak. And then after 60 seconds, just count the number of words, how much you have spoken. Okay. So for example, if I want to check what I am speaking, I'll just read it like this. As part of the day, students will be participating in a movie session. They are invited to bring a small cozy blanket to sit on and a small snack to enjoy during the movie. This snack could be a small bag of popcorn, chips, or biscuits. So you see, the AI was able to note down whatever I spoke. Simple AI. right? Just count the words in 60 seconds and then you will know your speed, at what speed you are speaking. You should not be speaking like a cheetah at a very high speed, or neither like a snail or at a snail pace. So this is how you find the speech rate that you are using, and you can use a normal speed, and with that you can go in the exam confidently without worrying about am I speaking slowly or fastly. Okay. Third one is related to clarity, your pronunciation. So basically sometimes your accent plays with you and you are getting the words related to your accent. So you are speaking with the influence of your accent, like stress as stress, or parked, you are speaking as parked. So you have to lose a little bit of accent. How do you test it again? How do you check your pronunciation whether a simple AI is able to understand you or not? Again, go to the speechtexter.com that I showed you just now. Grab a piece of text from any exam question or any PT question, let's say read aloud. You copy it and then you start reading it and then see how many words the AI is able to understand. Then you can find out which words it is having trouble understanding you, and that's where you can find the problems in your pronunciation. That's the third most important thing. You have to be readily understandable by the PT software. That's when it can give you marks for the content and everything else when you are speaking the responses. Okay. The fourth and the most important one in your PT speaking is fluency. Now everyone talks to you about fluency. What is fluency? Basically, I have already covered parts of it, like speed, voice depth, or pronunciation. That also is included in fluency. But separately, if you just want to talk about what is fluency, it's basically how confidently you are speaking without unnecessary pausing, unnecessary stuttering, hesitating, corrections, all those sort of things. Whatever is making you to stop while speaking, that is hesitation. So if you are doing that, you have to practice to overcome that. Skip the difficult words or read aloud, but still you should target to achieve full fluency. I'll show you the examples, what exactly I mean. Don't try to speak like a robot. That's definitely true. Or even if you think you are speaking properly, the way you are sounding may not be natural. So if I read it like this, as part of our day, students will be participating in a movie session. They are invited to bring a small cozy blanket to sit on. What is happening? I'll show you in detail. So what is happening there? Now, if I go to a simple voice recorder website and then try to see the graphical essence, how my voice is recording. I'll just demonstrate you the same thing again. As part of our day, students will be participating in a movie session. So you see this graph, it's not a continuous one. There are so many gaps, unnecessary pauses after each of the words. So even if you think you are speaking fluently, that is not what is happening. The AI or the PT software is giving you less marks for the fluency because it is not regarded the way that I spoke as a fluent response. How a fluent response will be something like this. Now I'll show you again. As part of our day, students will be participating in a movie session. They are invited to bring a small, cozy blanket to sit on and a small snack to enjoy during the movie. Now you see the graph. The only gaps that I have in the response is for commas and the full stops. And that is also what we are going to cover in the later part, which is the last problem in your response is related to pausing, also a critical part of the PT algorithm to give you proper marks. Did you see the response the way I spoke earlier? It had so many pauses, unnecessary pauses. And this particular response has only pauses wherever there is a comma or wherever there is a full stop. That's where I paused. And PT software is also checking that whether you are respecting the punctuation symbols or not. Are you pausing at comma? Are you pausing at full stop or not? So that is what it is calculating also to give you marks for fluency. So commas, full stop also must be respected, and then you have to take a slight pause. There is no fixed timeline that you have to stop at this much nanoseconds for comma and this much microseconds for full stop. There is no such time, but it should be a audible pause that you should make. Now, you already know what the 5 big problems are. Let's see if we can overcome these problems while doing the 2 most important questions of the speaking section, which are read aloud and repeat sentence. So read aloud, as you all know, contributes around 40 points to your speaking, 40 points to your reading. Very, very important question, 5 to 6 questions in the exam. Now, there are times when you have difficult words in the exam, and that's where you hesitate, fumble, your speed is compromised. You either drop dead, you pause, unnecessarily stop. These kind of things happen. So what you have to do is you are free to skip 4 to 5 words in the read aloud passage and just continue with whatever you can speak in a fluent manner. See, I have highlighted some of the words here which can be tongue twisting. So just skip those words as if they are not there in the passage. Just read it normal way. The social feedback for performance improvement in settings may influence the marvel of a person. The abilities come from continuous improvement of social skills. Thus, everyone should get used to objectives planning and of past experiences. See, I skipped the words, I spoke in a fluent manner. If I go to the website again, you will see the gaps will be only for commas and full stop. Everywhere else, it was a very fluent response, and that is how you should also be speaking. The next one is repeat sentence. So repeat sentence is also very crucial for your speaking scores. 5 points for fluency, 5 points for pronunciation, and 3 points for content. And even if you are able to speak 50% of the content, you still get 2 points. So maintain the fluency. Contributes around 30 points for your speaking and listening section. So whatever you remember, maybe out of 12 words, you remember just 6 words. Speak that fluently. Don't try to think and then speak at the same time. It will most definitely make you hesitate. And that is exactly what is causing your failure in the speaking section. Let me demonstrate what I mean. See this example. If I say, burning fossil fuel accounts for the majority of global greenhouse gas emissions. That is the audio. Sometimes it can be faster. Sometimes you don't even remember what was said. Maybe just half of it. So let's say I only remember the ones in black. Burning fuel accounts for greenhouse emissions. I didn't remember fossil, the majority of global gases. I didn't remember this. So I'll just say whatever I remembered fluently. Burning fuel accounts for greenhouse emissions. If you speak like this with full fluency, proper clarity, and then at least half of what you heard, then you can still get 12 out of 13 points. And if you convert it mathematically, it's as close as full marks. Definitely you can cross 79 with these strategies. My students have been doing the same. Great job. Try to note these problems down and start working on it. Also watch the video on PT Speaking full course, where I have discussed all the templates, all the techniques and strategies for each of the speaking questions in detail. Combine the knowledge from these 2 videos and then no one can stop you in getting to your desired scores in the PT Speaking module. And if you are still struggling and unable to figure out what's wrong with you, then join a course with us and we will definitely be able to help you. Keep watching Edutrainex and I will soon be back with more informational videos on PT topics. See you soon.